Match 37 of the Big Bash features the Perth Scorchers and the Hobart Hurricanes. Let's build our fantasy team on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo. I'm Raunak Kapoor and Michael Hussey is all set to join me. Right, let's go to our pro tip first up, and it's about some info and some trends at the Perth Stadium. And teams batting first at this venue have won each of the last 4 games, so make sure you pick more players from the team that bats first. It's a sort of pro tip that suggests wait for the toss and then make your team. Huss, does that make sense to you?
It's actually not a bad point, Raunak. It's been amazing because in this competition so far, a lot of teams have been winning the toss and electing to bowl first, but at this stadium in particular, seems like it's advantage batting first. And also, Scorchers have been starting to play some really good cricket at home, so keep an eye on that as well.
All right, so maybe a few more Scorchers, especially if they're batting first. Let's see how that goes, but let's go to some player availability first up. Riley Meredith, who's been so good in cranking up the pace in this Big Bash. He missed the last game after getting injured during the warm-ups, and he's in doubt for this one as well, but do check in closer to team news, closer to the toss rather, for updated team news. Remember, on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team, 4 categories of players to choose from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest, and we'll throw in 4 substitute options for you towards the end of this video as well. Our captain choice is Ben McDermott for this one. He is the highest run scorer in this year's Big Bash with nearly 300 runs in 7 games at an average of just under 50. So he's been pretty good, including with the big hits, 16 sixes so far, which also give you those extra points in fantasy, remember? And he gives you the extra points as a wicket keeper. Ben McDermott is our captain choice. Our vice captain choice is Colin Munro. His love for Perth and this surface at the Perth Stadium has been on display in recent games. He's registered 3 consecutive 50-plus scores. So we're backing the New Zealand hard hitter to go big in this one as well. Ben McDermott is captain, Colin Munro is vice captain. They give you double and 1.5 times the points respectively, so pick them very carefully. In our top picks, Mitchell Marsh features whenever the Scorchers play. You can always keep Mitchell Marsh as a safe bet in your side, who's one of the best all-rounders in the league. Fantastic contributions with bat, 187 runs in 8 games, and he's managed 4 wickets as well. Especially good in the death overs, where he's got numbers better than most. Against the Hurricanes, pretty good record as well. David Malan is there, the number 1 ranked T20I batsman in the world. He's got 175 runs in 5 games in this year's Big Bash, and we believe conditions at the Perth Stadium will help someone like David Malan. Andrew Tye as well, the experience that he brings in this Big Bash keeps Andrew Tye in our top picks. He's been in fantastic form. He's also picked up wickets at the Perth Stadium in recent games and is the leading wicket taker at this venue. 17 wickets in just 10 games at an average of 14. Ben McDermott is captain, Colin Munro is vice captain, Mitchell Marsh, David Malan and Andrew Tye wrap up our top picks. Huss, thoughts?
Yeah, not too bad. I just think you need to check with Colin Munro. He did pick up a slight quad injury in the last match and he's in a little bit of doubt. So make sure you check his availability before making him your vice captain. Don't mind the pick of Ben McDermott. He's been in unbelievable form for the Hurricanes. The other smoky I'd throw in there, other than Mitch Marsh, is Jai Richardson. He's been on fire for the Scorchers of late. He loves bowling at this stadium. He's been picking up wickets consistently and can also smash a few at the end if need be. But keep that in mind as well.
Yeah, this time we have got Jai Richardson in our team. So let's just go through the entire team and maybe I'll come back to us on who could be a potential vice captain in Munro's absence. You've got Josh Inglis and Colin Ingram in our differential picks first up. Now, Inglis, after an indifferent start to the season, he's been demoted to the middle order, which has actually worked wonders for him. Scores of 44 not out, 72 not out, and a couple of 20s. The last time he played against the Hobart Hurricanes, he scored a 46 ball, 73. Colin Ingram is there as well, the veteran T20 batsman from South Africa. He started this year's Big Bash with quite a significant score of 55 and then 25 and 46 in the next 2 games. His form has dipped slightly after, but we are banking on someone like Colin Ingram to come good as the season goes on. Josh Inglis and Colin Ingram in our differential picks. Full team, Ben McDermott as captain, Josh Inglis as the keeper option 2, Colin Munro, David Malan, Colin Ingram, and Munro as our recommended vice captain. Mitchell Marsh, Darcy Short, Andrew Tye, Jai Richardson, Scott Boland, and Sandeep Lamichhane. We've got Jason Roy, Jason Behrendorff, and Tim David and Riley Meredith in our substitutes list. And make sure you check into team news on Meredith, remember. Tim David could come in for Darcy Short in one of our alternate scenarios. We've also got Riley Meredith for Scott Boland as another one. Let's see what Huss makes of that and who can be a good vice captain bet for our viewers if Colin Munro doesn't make it, Huss.
Yeah, it's some big questions there. It's weird, at this Perth Stadium, you'd expect the fast bowlers to be really effective, but it's funny that the spinners have actually been doing a good job. So don't discount someone like Fawad Ahmed as well in your differential picks. I do like the Tim David pick. He's been on fire this season. And make sure you check on the availability of Riley Meredith. If he is fit and playing, I'd definitely be looking to get him into the team. As far as the vice captain goes, I think Mitch Marsh or Jai Richardson are a good option. Mitch Marsh is such a powerful hitter. He can finish the innings off, really well, get you some big points there. But he can also bowl a couple of handy overs and pick up a couple of wickets for you. And as I mentioned earlier, Jai Richardson on fire, absolutely on fire with the ball.
All right. Thank you very much, Mike Hussey. There you have it. Plenty of options for you. But most importantly, do check in after the toss for latest team news. And of course, our pro tip suggests you keep an eye on who's batting first before finalizing your fantasy team. We'll be back with plenty more on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo as the Big Bash League continues to roll on.